Hey there, kiddos. It is Tuesday, September 8th. Today is actually Sunday because I'm doing my videos ahead of time so I can stay on top of the game. And also because I was dressed for church and, it's the weekend and I figured you didn't want to see me do videos in my pajamas or anything. So, anyway, I hope you guys have had a good weekend. It's been nice weather. I'm hoping to get these videos done and then get to go outside and do something. I'm not sure what, but something fun. So I hope you guys are doing okay. We are going to get into some heavy-duty math, and I think we're going to be just fine. It's probably some things that you've seen before, but I want you to be prepared the first day of the week. Usually it's Mondays, but this week on Tuesday, it's a little heavy on the notes side. I want you to get some vocabulary in, and so this will be a little bit longer of a video, but not too bad. Nothing you can't handle. And anyway, hope you're well, and here we go. Your warm-up, so you should have your notebook in front of you. Hopefully you'll be able to see what I have up here. Your warm-up says to draw a number line like the following. Okay, so you're going to draw a number line. I'm hoping you can see that. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger up here so you can see what I've got. Alright, so your job right now is to make this number line. Of course, we've got 0 in the very middle. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and give those the numbers. And then we need to go to the other side of 0. I don't know if you can see that any better, but on the other side of 0, we're going to have our -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. Okay? Closer if you can see that any better. Something like that. Alright? Alright, so I'm going to let you get that, and I'm going to scroll to my next slide. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and write this in. These are our notes for today. Types of numbers. And some of this you've seen, you just didn't know they have an actual name to them. Alright, so number 1, you'll write down real numbers. This is kind of weird, but real numbers are just numbers on a number line. Crazy, right? So all of these are considered real numbers. Now, when you guys were little kids, your parents probably helped you count and like 1, 2, 3. Those were all real numbers, right? Those were all real positive numbers. Because negative numbers are really hard for little kids to understand. That's why we wait till you're a little older to figure it out. But that's what we've got here. Those are all real numbers, including the negatives. Okay, so you're writing that down. Real numbers, numbers on a number line. Number 2, back it up just a little bit. Number 2 says integer numbers. Integer numbers. A whole number and its opposite. A whole number and its opposite. So basically, when we talk about numbers, math people use the word integer instead of number. Okay? Because a number could be a whole lot of things. So an integer is a specific whole number. And it could also be its opposite. So it's not going to be a fraction. It's not going to be a decimal. It's a whole number. So The number 2 is an integer. The number -5 is a whole number, and it's an integer. Now, we got this word opposite here. I'm going to scroll down. We'll get that in here in our notes. But I think you probably know what opposites are. All right, number 3. Positive integers. Positive integers, a whole number greater than 0. Right? A whole number greater than 0. So, if we were going to label this, all of these are greater than 0. So these are positive. A whole number greater than 0. So if it's bigger than 0, it's positive. Then, a negative integer, you guessed it, is a whole number less than 0. So all of these numbers over here are going to be negative. Have you seen that before? Probably. We got our positive and our negative. Okay? A whole number less than 0 is negative. A whole number greater than 0 is positive. Hey, I know, just for kicks, let's put the signs in there that they will use. You guys, I know this is silly, but do you remember the alligator sign? You like that sound? Great. I know you're cracking up out there. Greater than 0. So a greater than sign, maybe underneath there, maybe this sign. Okay? So greater than. So for example, a whole number that is greater than 0. So let's just take the number 3. 3 is greater than 0. So 3 is a positive number. Not too bad, right? So that's a greater than sign. So then under our negatives, where we have the numbers less than 0, so now it's going to be pointing this direction. Put our 0 here. And this number has to be less than 0. So any of these numbers, the negative numbers, let's just use the 3, but let's make it a negative 3. Only because I really like food, I know this is silly, but I always think of course the alligator mouth is going to want to eat what is bigger because he's going to get more. Why would you not? It's like having an ice cream cone. You're going to eat the bigger ice cream cone, right? Leave a little one for your little sister or little brother. They can eat the little ones. So since 0 is bigger than -3, the sign is going to eat the bigger number. I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't confuse you. It's just something I do to help you remember. Okay? Now, let's speed this back a little. So we use the numbers 3 and -3 here. I did that purposely. This last, I think it's the last vocab. Maybe there's one more. The number 5 is the word opposites. Okay? And you guys know hot, cold, up, down, young, old. You know what opposites are. Well, with numbers, it's very similar to the whole idea of being positive and being negative. The opposite of a positive number is that same number negative. The opposite of a negative number is that same number positive. Go ahead and write that down. So numbers, the same difference from 0, but on different sides of 0 on the number line. Alright, so 3 and -3 are opposites. Alright, so you finish that out or get as much of it as you can. But take a minute and just look at this with me, okay? So if we have positive 3 right here, that is from this 0, 1, 2, 3 spots, 3 places in this direction, going right, okay? Opposite it is going to be 3 spaces going left, right, left, opposites. So we got 1, 2, 3. Okay? So the opposite of -5, +5. The opposite of 2,000, -2,000. Kids don't seem to have a problem with opposites. The next concept can get a little confusing, okay? So make sure you have this down. I'm going to scroll, and we're going to talk about absolute value. Absolute value. Okay. Absolute value is the distance a number is on the number line from 0. The distance a number on the number line is from 0.